Alright, so I am here to show you the process of Jesse trying to fit this massive tree inside Big Blue. Oh, poor Big Blue.
No, that's not how we start. So we're on the way over to Home Depot. We checked Lowe's the other day. They didn't have any of our Japanese maple. I ordered one off Amazon, and there is a suffering little puppy, but a decent-sized tree, actually, that needs a little bit of love and care.
It's dead, and I don't think he can resurrect it.
Yeah.
And this is
so
the debate we're having.
We're gonna go rescue a Japanese maple from Home Depot. Besides for my lack of vlogging, the day's gone well so far. We got all the locks changed at the house. I spent a bit of time setting up the studio, and right now we're working through the conceptual, what do we want it to look like, right? We have to paint, we have to clean, we have to buy a rug. There's a lot of things that need to be done to get a space up and ready to film that looks good, that keeps up with the standard that I'm trying to set with the channel. And so that's been a bit stressful. Shira took a bit of a nap, and I've been messing around outside here. I planted that adorable little tree. I am doing my very best to rip out this stump so I could plant another tree in that open space, and I cleaned up and got the fireplace ready. But yeah, things are going well. We inherited a lot of plants, from flowers to roses, and we're going to be ordering some Japanese maple trees. So yard care, figuring out how to take care of the space we're in is going to be one of the puzzles that I'm going to have to solve, which honestly, I'm really excited about. One of the things that I have absolutely loved for years when it comes to personal home gardens is going to be Japanese maple trees. I love the colors, the leaves, the textures, especially as a photographer, the way they look in an environment. And one of the cool things that I just recently discovered as, well, a brand new homeowner, someone that's trying to balance and figure out and really do things to improve my environment, is that they are able to be planted in shade, which is, for me, really exciting and really mind-blowing, because I was gonna do one right out at the front of the house. Now, the front of the house has some nice areas for a Japanese maple. Usually you see them featured sort of at the front dip where we have all of this lamb's ear right now, or we could potentially place it kind of back into the corner so we can always see it from our window. And for me, this concept is the idea of something along the lines of a legacy tree, a family tree, something that you plant as you grow up. You plant for meaningful occasions or when you first move into a property, and you watch it grow and transform as you spend your life and live your life there. And then when you move, if you come back, you drive through, you're in the neighborhood, the odds are that thing that you planted will probably still be there. Trees are sort of hard and uncomfortable to get rid of, and most people don't want to deal with them. So if you get roots established, it'll remain. So the thing that has me so excited now is learning that Japanese maples are trees that can be grown underneath a canopy, meaning they don't need constant sunlight. They can be grown in shade with little bits and spurts of sunlight. They may not be as bright or as pretty or grow quite as tall, but where they originate from, oftentimes they grow on the lower parts of the canopy with large reaching trees out above them. And this solves one of my biggest problems and also allows me to do something that personally I think is going to be really, really cool. You see, we have this outdoor garden and patio with a lovely little fireplace with a raspberry bush and a row of evergreen trees, flowers and all of that spring up throughout the course of the year. But way back here, at the very end of the yard, there's this unloved, uncared for section that I think probably a lot of you have as well. It's the part where you throw trash, add up extra dirt, and don't look at, or don't use, or don't care about. For me, this section is now a field of opportunity. You see, we have high-reaching trees above us, which provide shade constantly. So anything that needs direct sunlight can't grow here, but guess what? Those Japanese maple I were talking about, they don't need direct sunlight. I'm gonna spend some time cleaning up this section, slowly chipping away at the piles of dirt back there, and hopefully my intention is to plant about 3 Japanese maple here, maybe of different types. I need to do a bit more research, and I'll let you know as I do so, but I wanna watch them grow. to sprout underneath this little canopy to create a wall or a barrier that's more organic and natural than a kind of dirt, trash, and fence line. And for me, I want to be able to look out from the back patio during the fall and see those beautiful colors, see the red and the leaves and the glow of Japanese maple back behind the house. It'll make this environment and the aesthetic of it so much nicer. It'll give me something to invest in and care about. And on top of that, it doesn't actually take up or ruin any of the space. That space isn't being used. It won't be used. It's the trash pile. But it can become something beautiful, and I'm excited about that. The Amazon one is only a 3 to 4 foot one. They're cheaper the smaller they are, but they also run the risk of not growing as fast, not looking as good as quickly, so it'll be a bit of a journey. This one at Home Depot is actually larger, it's fairly affordable, but it hasn't been loved or cared for, and one at a botanical garden, or one that was grown specifically for kind of home gardening, they're gonna be more expensive, they're gonna be larger and more flush, but you know, you're paying the cost for a good tree, right? The price could be double or triple. I mean, some of these Japanese maples, they get up into the hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I don't know if we're ready to spend $500, $600 on a larger full-grown tree. We'd rather spend the time letting them develop. Either way, that's where we're headed right now.
Off to find painting supplies.
Shira's in the back there, dealing with a rug and stuff to paint. She's doing her own video. But my little Japanese maple friend is still here. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this little guy. Not entirely dead. We're a little worn out on top. There's a few branches that have been cut in. Looking at this closer and closer, the issue I think they have is that they actually have this just sitting out in direct sunlight day on, day in. And the leaves are just getting absorbed and beaten down and drying up like a lot of the plants you find out here that have no shade and no care. So I think it's gonna thrive in a little bit more of a wooded, shaded environment. We'll have to see. I'm not concerned about the status of it right now. I think you give it a little love, care, and attention, it's gonna do really well. So here's the great news. Because the tree was already partially worn out and dead, I think honestly just from sitting in the sun, it was already half off. I paid $80 for this Japanese maple, which hopefully will come back to life, compared to the $100 that I spent on the little 3 foot one that's coming from Amazon. So we'll see if that's a great deal or just a, you know, good use of experimental money. But either way, I feel pretty okay about this. The only thing I'm not 100% sure on is how exactly we're going to get that tree, well, and that rug, but mostly that tree, into this car. I'm thinking catty-cornered with branches hanging out the window. We don't have far to drive, but it's gonna be a little bit of a comic show as we try. Shira?
Yes.
Do you think it's possible? Do you think your car can handle it?
No.
Because Betsy could.
Betsy cannot.
She could.
All right, so I am here to show you the process of Jesse trying to fit this massive tree inside Big Blue.
Okay, I have to admit, I was coming to rescue tree. I did not factor in car in tree journey. Yeah, this is gonna be a process. I thought like just tiny little tree, stick out of windows slightly, we good. It's not gonna work like that.
No.
Now I'm thinking trunk at an angle, tree out the back, drive very slowly. But my concern is that the trunk will want to close and smash tree. Okay.
Now I'm just here for the show. Here you guys go. This is the view. It goes all the way up there. All the way down there.
It's too heavy. I need help. I need a hand. Now to find. Can he give me a hand? Is he still there?
Yeah.
I was just saying, can he give me a hand to lift this? Oh, he's gone? You can?
Yeah.
All right, so my theory is we can stick it in the back here and then drive very carefully home.
Okay.
That's my theory. Listen. I hear what you're saying.
Hey, I'm all for theories. So look, listen. How about getting some twine though? You know we got twine
to tie
inside.
this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we have a twine for free right here at this store. and then down by the lumber
Okay,
door.
that'd be great.
All right, so
let's see. Do you want me on that side or you want
yeah,
on this side?
I feel more comfortable.
So it's heavy, but I'm thinking we just lift 1, 2, 3. Oh, all right, it's on the edge.
Yep.
And then just tilt it in, tuck it in, let the branches move out. So I'm gonna move this.
Okay.
Nope. I think it'll squeeze.
Okay.
There we are.
All right.
Now we get some
I'm
twine.
gonna say it might even stay without the twine, but I would get some just in case.
No, because I don't want this to smash it. I don't want that
you
to
don't
fall.
have to tie it tight.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't
okay.
I want this to be twined up.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, where can we grab some twine?
Oh, poor Big Blue. Which I've been.
So my darling tree is in the back. We have twine cinching it closed. The lovely.
No, actually, you have twine switching the. You care more about
the trunk closed.
You care
Yeah.
more about the tree than you care about my trunk. You have the twine keeping the trunk lid open,
Yeah.
so it doesn't squish the precious dead tree.
That's the goal. As we're leaving, people are looking at us like, y'all need a truck. I'm not sure what you're doing with that.
And we
big old-"
actually do need a truck. We are on the market for a pickup truck.
Yeah, one day, eventually, maybe. For now, we'll move trees with Big Blue and with Betsy, and it's working. The only thing I don't know what to do is, how am I gonna get it out at the house? It is so heavy and so massive, and Shira doesn't like lifting things.
No, I have a bad back, and I had pulled out my back last winter with a massive snowstorm trying to shovel my car out, and so I'm really not supposed to lift things like greater than 20, 30 pounds.
So in other words, she doesn't like lifting things. We pulled the tree back here into this back corner, have it sitting and resting. I'll plant it probably tomorrow or something like that. And we're going over how far back we can get it, because we don't really want it to infringe on the yard, but we still want it to be covering up and making this place prettier. So I think I'm gonna have to trim some of these trees back just a little bit, get it planted in the ground with some nice shade. Hopefully that'll help restore and heal it up. And we gave it a little bit of water to improve as well. So I'm gonna go home and do a little bit more YouTube research on exactly how you plant these. I understand the main principle of it, but I wanna make sure I do it right, and then we're gonna stick this guy down into the ground. Okay, so the other thing that we got, other than rescuing a tree from Home Depot, is apparently a UPS package from Perfect Plants. Ash, really? I mean, gosh. From Perfect Plants. I'm gonna open this up. This should be a little like 3 to 4 foot tall one. So
Is that how tall you are?
no, I hope not. So let's see what we have. Oh, he's adorable.
Oh, he's so tiny.
He's so cute. Packaged well, which is nice, which is a plus. You never expect something off Amazon to be packaged perfectly. Compared to our other one,
He's not doing that much better, honestly.
well, there's a big rod of bamboo in here to keep him attached.
Ooh, you're damaging him. You're damaging him.
Now,
You swiped his leaves.
and sorry, leaves. So pretty colors. The leaves are a bit worn and dried out, to be honest, but it does look like it's still reasonably healthy. This is the color we're going for, Shira. That bright red.
Nice.
Cool. Well,
Don't open dirt pot inside house.
I'm not. I'm just taking a look. Okay, so we're gonna get these 2 planted. We might pick up a 3rd one, we'll see. But yeah, this is our exploration into the world of well, Japanese maples. We decided against planting where I originally wanted to plant it because it was gonna eat into her yard too much. Instead, we're actually gonna put it at the end of this row of evergreens because I think it'll still look pretty there. It's nice and tall already. It's a good bedded area where it can kind of be watered along with everything else, and it'll make a good end cap to the row of trees and the view over into the neighbor's house.
Also, it'll get a lot more sunlight. The place that I wanted it was very, very shady. The place Jesse wanted it was too far into my yard because I want to be able to throw a ball around and have kids come over and let Ash run around. So this is kind of our compromise.
Compromised a little bit. Apparently, that's what a good friendship's for. We are not looking very good. Oh no. Oh, come here. Oh. We're gonna stick it right there, I think. That's the plan. All right. Right next to the one, I did successfully plant one tree though. I did plant one tree and it's alive and well. I think. It's browning on the inside. Ignore that. We're supposed to dig the hole like twice as big as the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the funnest thing to dig a hole while you have a mild chest cold because I just cannot breathe.
Look at how much progress he's made. We're like a third of the way there.
I mean, I was gonna dig it, but she just grabbed the shovel and insisted on doing it all herself, so cool. Works for me, right, Shira?
He did most of the work.
No.
Let's give him credit where credit's due. Alright, so we got the hole dug, and I'm reasonably certain it's deep enough. However, now Jesse has the task of getting that tree out of the pot.
I don't know how we got it in the car or out of the car, and now I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to get it out of the pot. This has been more complicated than I assumed. It's at least loose in there. So, flip it over.
Poor tree. Oh look, you're making progress. Look at that.
Okay, now, one of the most important things when it comes to planting a tree is to make sure you rough up this root ball so that the roots can actually spread instead of twisting in on themselves. And we also have this burlap all around it, so I need to figure out how to get access to that and I think get this untangled. All right, we got the root ball all messed up and now we need to get it into the hole, put potting soil around it, and water it down really well.
My job, or what I'm meant for. I am also not speaking to the camera, which would be helpful. I don't do well at this sort of thing. Jesse is more the outdoorsy. I mean, I love being outdoors, but I don't think I have a green thumb.
Yeah, just some fertilizer. There's a bag of it that in.
He already looks healthier.
Now the other thing you want to do is you want to build a trough to hold water when you water it and when rainwater comes, to help it hopefully really embed itself in the ground there.
Introducing for the very first time the Amazon tree.
And it's not for the first
Straight
time.
from the Amazon forest.
That's not the Amazon we're talking about.
I know it's not. All right, tree, come on with me. Let's go.
This little one is going to be going in the front of the house, and my thought is to put it right in this area, which is a place you normally see, sort of Japanese maples, that front welcoming area. We just have a little bit of lamb's ear we need to dig carefully around.
Okay, move you closer to my goal, actually.
It's not like that, really.
I'm trying to get some of the dirt away so I can get more of the root.
Okay. Nope, it's gonna go deeper. You gotta go around the edge more. There you go. Okay. And just set it down in there.
Alright, friend.
Now, I've got some potting soil, so we can just
Should I
pack
give
it
him
in.
some back his original
You
soil?
can give him some back, yeah. Ash, hey.
Alright, potting soil?
So there you have it. That's this week's vlog. It's not too exciting, and that's for a variety of reasons. We're still moving in. Next week we get U-Haul trucks and shift all of our board game collection up into the space, which we'll probably tell you the story of. And this week
It's a
we spent our time
mailing.
planting a few trees. The only question is, if you've watched to this point, did we or did we not actually save them? I guess we'll find out in a month or a year.